Chill, bro. I don't think I'm the only one who's ever found themselves in this situation, eh? But have you ever just woken up one day and felt like you've just been running into my circles? You grow your account for a bit, you start feeling confident, and then boom, just like that, the markets just take everything back. Your profits, your capital, the confidence, everything. And it's like every time you just try to take one step forward, then something pulls you like two steps back. Hey, bro, I know I've felt that way too much because I've lived it for a while now. But what if I told you the real reason we stay stuck in that cycle is just because the market is just, it isn't because of the market. It's something deeper that most of us just barely realize. In this particular video or lesson, if we may call it, I'm going to take you through the mindset shift that actually helped me break free from that loop. Focus on just one setup that just repeats itself over and over and over again, and how I just take advantage of that movement. If you follow these instructions and just stick to that one edge that you found for yourself, everything just might change forever. So, we're going to start by distinguishing the tools that we're going to be using, eh? This horizontal line that you're seeing on the screen, I'm mainly going to be using this one to represent the weekly levels. And then the trend line, this one, I'm mainly going to be using it to show support and resistance levels on the daily, 4-hour, 1 hour, and all the lower time frames, okay? Another thing that you're going to see me use often is this equidistance channel, this one. I'm mainly going to be using this one for showing trends, okay? And another thing that I'll be using will be the Fibonacci, okay? This one, I'll be using it to find optimal areas where to enter from, and also finding discounted areas in price. Alright, so let's get to it. So looking at the Crash 1000 chart on the weekly, first step that we're going to take is to locate our weekly levels. So we can see that price mainly rejected around this area, okay, on the weekly time frame. And then we can see that for the past 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, price has been rejecting around here, and it's forming something that looks like a flag, a bearish flag that might break either to the downside, or we might continue to the upside and go up to these levels, okay? So with that in mind, we can then go to the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, this is what we have right here. You notice that price came in low here, made a low, came in higher, made another low which is slightly higher than the previous one that's around there. We came in high, we took out this high just by a little bit. We retasted this level right here of supply. Let's just mark that out using a rectangle right there. So we retested this level right there, went high, came back low, came back high, and now we're retesting that level right there. Let's just zoom into the 4 hours so that you can see all of this clearly. All right, so now that we're on the 4 hour, now that we're on the 4 hour, you find that price has been printing a series of highs and lows So let's just mark these out for better understanding. So we had low right here, okay? Right there. Price then came in high. We took out this high, okay? Let's mark it out as well so that we understand how price is moving. We took out this high that's right there. After taking out that high, we came in and formed a new high right around there, okay? So let's mark that one out as well, from the high right there. So after this high was formed, price then came down. We hit our demand level right there. We came up, made another high, literally at the same level as this previous high, meaning we have liquidity up there, and wherever we have liquidity, it is bound to be taken out, okay? So after that happened, the moment price tapped into this demand level here, you've noticed that we took out this level right there, this little spike there, and this was our inducement. So once we took out that inducement, this level right here became our new higher low, okay? So this is literally our strong level as of right now. So after this became our strong level, price went high. We made equal highs there, okay? After we made those equal highs, we came lower. We took out this level, which is our inducement, and tapped into this demand level right there. We tapped into this demand level right here. So let me just delete this previous one. Okay, so after we tapped into this demand level right there, price then went and took out liquidity, because liquidity is always taken out. So we took out our liquidity, then price started printing a series of levels going lower and lower, and we have hit this level again. Okay, let me just stretch this rectangle out so that you can see it clearly. Right there, we have hit the level again right around there. So as of right now, price is probably bound to go higher. We will obviously get to this level here, this 4-hour level, okay? So we're going to be marking out our 4-hour levels with this arrow tool so that we are able to distinguish the different time frames that we're getting these levels on. That's our 4-hour level right there with that arrow, this blue arrow here, right there. Okay, so hopefully price is going to get to that blue arrow, but for the setup that we're talking about in this current lesson is a setup that was taken yesterday, which I took right there. So how I went about this whole setup was, once price took out this level, we took out this inducement, we took out that level, and we tapped into this demand, okay? Some of our confluence was met, and then when we go to the hourly time frame, first thing on the 4-hour time frame right here, you notice that we closed with a hammer, showing that we are about to go to the upside. Because look, whenever we close with a hammer like there, we closed with a hammer, price then went on to go to the upside. We closed with a hammer, price went to the upside. We closed with a hammer again there on the 4-hour time frame. Price was then bound to go to the upside one way or another. So once we noticed that, we then shifted to the hourly time frame, okay? After shifting to the hourly time frame, you'll come to notice that when we look to the left side of price, right there, we had our inducement that we took out right at the dots there. We took it out just by a bit, and here we closed with an engulfing candle on the hourly time frame. Once we closed with that engulfing candle, then waited for the next candle to open up. After it opened up, right when price came down for this little spike, we took our entries, and our take profit was right above there. Okay, so when it comes to our entry, the confluence that we took was this demand level right there. We took out our inducement. We were below the 50%. Then when we put our trend line at the bottom there, you come to notice that we hit it 3 times. We hit that trend line 3 times. Okay, we hit it once there, we hit it the second time there, and we hit it the third time right there. Then we had our engulfing candle. Right on this next candle retest, we took our entries right there, and we waited till we went and hit TP. So examples of the setup or trade are right here in these screenshots right here. This is where I entered from, and this is how the whole setup progressed right till we hit TP. Okay, so we took our TP right around there, but price then went on till we hit our 4-hourly level right there before we started to drop again. And if you come to notice right now, price just hit this level yet another time right there, but we're not going to take the entry just yet till price gives us more evidence of it continuing on going to the upside. Okay, because remember, on the weekly we said this might be a flag going to the downside. So till price gives us evidence of going to the upside, only then shall we consider taking this entry. Okay, so we wait for a confirmation, and we do not enter till we see our signs of price changing direction. Alright, so if you have any questions when it comes to any of this, just please be sure to let me know. Or if you haven't understood anything, just please rewatch the video as many times as you can till you get the concept burnt in your head. Okay, otherwise, if you do not understand market structure, please be sure to let me know, and I'll try my best to make something to go in as much detail as I can to show the basics or the foundation of the things that you have to know in order to apply all of this knowledge from this perspective. Okay, otherwise, stay blessed.